I literally started with plan. It was plan who honed me, who enhanced me, who sensitized me about climate change, awakened me of what is the reality. I just continued what plan started in my community. So here I am now. I'm raising my voices everywhere around the world. October 2012, I was invited by Plan International to give an acceptance speech to represent all the children in our community for the climate change adaptation project. From then on, I sensitized my community and other communities and other schools on what is the basic of climate change. So we go to schools and communities to disseminate the information about the causes, the effects, and the measures necessary to adapt to the effects of climate change. We would gather these children and we would play with them, tell stories with them, and then we will tell them about their rights and responsibilities as children, because these communities are the communities that is hardly reached. So you really have to go there by foot. You have to walk there in order to reach these communities, because they're so remote and not everyone has access to this kind of communities. Experienced that myself losing a home. I experienced losing everything, losing all my school stuff as a child, and it was so difficult, and I was deprived of my right to education. I was deprived of my right to privacy. I was deprived of my right to safe environment and a secure shelter. When there are disasters, it is the girls and the children who are being victimized a lot. They're usually the ones who are being sacrificed when there are disasters. They are the one who are being who leave schools in order to help their families, in order to work in different cities, to be a housemaid or being a prostitute, because that's kind of world that we live in the Philippines. I'm very motivated by all of the young people who are going on the street, raising their voices, putting pressure to the politician and to the world leaders to do more action, because indeed it is our generation, indeed it is our future that is at stake. And the research says that we just have 1 decade more, or like 9 years more, to do some action. If we will not do urgent actions now, we might reach the point of no return, and that is my greatest nightmare. Whenever I tell my story, people would always tell me how moving and touching my story is. They always think me of being there and telling my story, but I feel like I just don't want the pity from other people. I want people to act, but also I'm so tired, like just having to adapt, just having to be resilient, which is, we are resilient not by choice but by necessity, because we don't have any other choice. I've seen also people who just don't care and who are thinking that I am just one person and I cannot make a difference, and that is very dangerous. If you think that you don't have the capability of actually doing something great in the world, then you will not know until you start.